Hi, Freeport local friends. Sorry it's been a minute since my last episode. Back to school season is no joke. But I'm here now and I am so excited because I have another great episode for you. Today, I'm highlighting three outstanding local female owned businesses right here in our community that strive to bring creativity, connection, and wellness to Freeport. I think it's pretty incredible that there are so many local women owned businesses in this small town. And today, I'd like the opportunity and the honor to celebrate a few with you. First up will be Megan Palmer and Palmer and Company. And Megan is a dear friend of mine for more than 40 years. So I'm excited to share her story. Next is Kelly Delaney with the Brewster House Bed and Breakfast and her Nordic spa experience that she has just finished and is marketing for guests is an experience that I've recently fallen in love with and is something that I've started doing in my own life for the health and wellness benefits. So I can't wait to shamelessly promote that. And finally, I'll be highlighting my favorite local yoga and fitness studio, Uprise, that has truly helped transform me in the last year. So, yes, I'm a little biased with today's episodes, but I think that you'll fall in love with these women and their businesses too. So let's get into it. Tucked just off Main Street, Palmer and Company welcomes visitors at 9 Mechanic Street, right in the heart of downtown Freeport. Upon entering this light-filled space, you're immediately surrounded by whimsical, stylish treasures. Everything from cards, candles, pillows, soaps, jewelry, children's clothing, and more. And each piece is hand-selected and beautifully curated by owner Megan Palmer, whose background in graphic design shines through in every display. Everything she chooses is visually appealing. It's the kind of place where you can happily lose track of time exploring. Freeport has been home to Megan for over 15 years, ever since moving here with her husband, Ben, who also grew up in Freeport. Opening a shop of her own has always been her dream, so when COVID put life on pause, she and her husband seized the moment, blending their talents of construction and design to invest in a downtown building that now houses both Palmer and Company store and a beautiful apartment above. Growing up, Megan often visited family in New York City, where she found inspiration in the city's eclectic mix of culture, designs, and brands. She especially loved browsing window displays, delighted by the unexpected and out of the ordinary styles, a flair that is clearly reflected in her store today. Her talent for discovering brands feels both innate and organic. Most items are simply things she's just always been drawn to, reflecting her personal taste and eye for quality. Today, her store features a range of brands and items from Baggu reusable bags, Mylai mice collectibles from the popular Danish company, Mary Mary party supplies, I totally love these, Weck jars for just about everything, and Bonbon Swedish fish, which are so popular they sell out all the time on her. Megan also loves supporting Maine-based artists such as Sarah Fitz and Sarah Madeira Day, proudly carrying their prints for sale in her store, and they're all so cute. But local art isn't the only draw. Megan's also developed her own signature offerings, most notably her unique collection of greeting cards. What started for her as a single wall has now expanded to 5. She notes that the art of letter writing has seen a resurgence, with more and more customers visiting her store to shop her whimsical and carefully curated designs. So be sure to stop by. There's truly something for everyone at Palmer and Company. It's the perfect mix of style and quality. Megan's fall collection is currently on full display, and with the holiday seasons right around the corner, there's plenty to explore. And for fall fun, she even has something for football fans and Swifties like me, an adorable pair of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce earrings. Trust me, you'll want to grab a pair while you're there. I truly hope you enjoy Palmer and Company. Just up the road, nestled along Freeport's scenic Main Street, you'll find the Brewster House Bed and Breakfast, a family-owned and beautifully restored 19th century 7-bedroom inn offering premier accommodations and a signature 3-course breakfast. Reflecting Maine's coastal charm, each guest room is named after one of the state's iconic lighthouses, creating a cozy nautical atmosphere that helps you feel right at home. Innkeepers Kelly Delaney and partner executive chef Dave Noel moved to Maine nearly a decade ago from the bustling streets of New York City, inspired by a shared dream to turn their years of hospitality experience into a welcoming small business. As a creative entrepreneur with a passion for connection, Kelly continues to reimagine the guest experience, this time with an exciting new venture located right in the inn's backyard. I'm thrilled to introduce her next endeavor, Drip. That's spelled Dryppe, a rejuvenating sauna and cold plunge experience designed to bring relaxation, renewal, and inspiration. It's a truly unique addition to the Brewster House stay. Curating a sense of place is central to Kelly's vision. Inspired by her own pursuit for wellness, Kelly started winter swimming, or sometimes known as cold water dipping, and later took a long-awaited trip to the Arctic Circle. There, in a Norwegian fjord, she got to experience winter swimming on a floating sauna, and she was hooked. She immediately began brainstorming all the ways she could bring this transformative experience back home, and so she did. Inspired by both the Norwegian holistic tradition to balance the body and the mind with the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, which celebrates natural beauty and simplicity, Drip embodies both ideals in its design, atmosphere, and experience. As you step onto the stone walkway leading into the space, you're invited by the handcrafted sign to slow your pace and be guided onto the right path, both literally and in spirit. Here, the physical walkway reflects wabi-sabi, embracing simplicity, imperfection, and presence, as well as the Norwegian wellness philosophy, where the sauna is not just a ritual, but a return to balance. As you move deeper into the space, subtle details reveal themselves. A low-profile metal handrail offers quiet support and structure, a personal favorite of mine. An intricately patterned handcrafted metal windscreen that balances form and function, the warm, natural wood elements of an authentic, Maine-crafted, Scandinavian-designed native brand sauna, a high-end Maroshka ice bathtub, and a charming custom-designed transition area framed with louvered privacy walls. Each of these is thoughtfully curated to ground you in calm and connection in preparation for the drip journey ahead. Finally, in keeping with the Nordic circuit tradition, guests can rest and reset in another space thoughtfully designed by Kelly, centered around a solo stove that invites warmth, reflection, and ultimately connection. In the rhythm of heat and cold, stillness and movement, Drip becomes more than a ritual. It's an invitation. Whether you're a guest of the inn or a traveler simply seeking calm, Kelly has created a space where destination meets connection, meets restoration. Please visit the Brewster House Bed and Breakfast, recommend it to your family and friends, and get to experience Drip for yourself. And last but certainly not least, as you enter Freeport Village from the south, you'll probably notice a cheerful yellow cape-style house perched atop a slight hill. This familiar landmark has recently been transformed from a popular neighborhood bakery into a vibrant, thriving yoga and fitness community. I'm super excited to share with you today Uprise Hot Yoga and Fitness and introduce its inspiring founder and owner, Sammy Zanfagna. Though only in her early 30s, calling Sammy a busy and ambitious young woman would be an understatement. Not only is she the mom to 3 adorable littles, all under the age of 4, a homesteader, an incredible yoga and fitness instructor, a trained doula, but she's also the founder and owner of Uprise Studio, which, by the way, marks her 3rd business venture, a remarkable evolution of her entrepreneurial journey. Sammy's fitness journey began on the cusp of adulthood. As a teenager, Sammy faced challenges with body image and her relationship with food, and at her family's encouragement, attended her first yoga class as a very young teen. At that moment, something clicked, and the practice became a powerful force for transformation, reshaping not only her body, but also her mind and sense of self. Not long after, Sammy's independent spirit and desire to deepen her yoga practice led her on an international journey, practicing and teaching yoga across 14 countries throughout Europe, East Asia, Central, and South America, and all around the age of 18. During her travels, she not only expanded her own practice, but also began exploring holistic medicine, pursuing both in terms of a formal education and informal learning experiences along the way. Although Sammy grew up in the greater Boston area, she eventually made her way north to Maine, and we're so lucky she did. After meeting her husband, Ben, the two were married in the quintessential coastal town of Harpswell before settling in Durham to build their family and homestead. Knowing where their food comes from is essential to both of them. Ben, who works for a natural food company, shares Sammy's deep passion for health, wellness, and mindful living and their small farm. It was here, amid the quiet rhythms of COVID days, the routines of farm life, and the transitions of new motherhood that the first seeds of her next chapter began to take root, one grounded in her core belief that movement is medicine. From that vision, Uprise Studio began to take shape, blending her passions for fitness, wellness, community, and holistic health. As the newly married couple began searching for properties, they quickly discovered the challenges of today's real estate market, especially the high costs. In Freeport, most commercial spaces were both expensive and large, suited primarily to bigger businesses. So when they came across a Craigslist ad for a former bakery on the market for the first time in 25 years, it felt like divine timing. By January 2024, Uprise had opened its doors. Ever the creative, Sammy was able to look past the building's worn infrastructure and envision a bright, welcoming space designed for her vision of community, wellness, and movement. She's also grateful for Freeport's Fit Up grant, a community investment opportunity that supported transforming the space and enriching the experience for everyone who walks through the doors. And I'll be sure to include a link to this grant if you're interested in learning more about it. Now, again, total transparency. I'm a loyal member of Uprise Studio, and I'm deeply grateful for Sammy's vision and her commitment to health and wellness. Because of her, I get to experience firsthand the community she's built, one rooted in care, connection, and movement. And did I mention that she's created several of her own signature fitness classes? Uprise itself is an energizing Afrobeat meets booty-inspired full body workout designed to generate heat, release tension, and help detoxify both body and mind through movement and sweat. Uplift, a personal favorite of mine, is often led by longtime fitness enthusiast Ann Daniel, whose dedication to helping women build strength shines in every one of her classes. Using bodyweight exercise, weights, and props like bands and balls combines effective training, expertise on body movement and structure with infectious energy, super fun and sometimes naughty playlists, and a supportive environment that makes every class challenging and fun. The results are high energy, empowering workouts that perfectly capture the vibrant collective energy that defines Uprise. Can you tell how much I like it? And let's not forget the yoga. There are several different styles of yoga to choose from. Traditional vinyasa, hatha, deep stretch, yin yoga, functional flow, Pilates, and more. Some hot, some not. Friends of Freeport Local, if you haven't already, you really need to check out a class at Uprise Studio. So that's a wrap for this episode. Hopefully you will take me up on these recommendations to visit these businesses or recommend them to family, friends, and visitors, because as you can tell, they are three of my favorites. For more information about Freeport Local, you can email freeportlocal@gmail.com or follow our social at Freeport Local on Instagram. And if you like the show, please give us a rating and a 5-star review as it helps us get discovered. And of course, please be sure to share this podcast with friends, family, coworkers, visitors, tourists, and anyone who loves a great podcast series. Thanks again, as always, for listening today, and I hope you have a good one.